Hi everyone and welcome. Thanks for tuning in to another video on personal finance and professional growth. Today we're going to talk about something that, if you do it right, can completely change your financial security now and in the long term. How to negotiate a salary raise, step by step. I know for many people, just thinking about this feels uncomfortable or intimidating. You might be wondering, what if they get mad? Or what if they say no? Let me tell you something important. Asking for a raise isn't a favor or a selfish demand. It's a fair step when your work creates real value. Negotiating well not only boosts your paycheck today, it has a huge ripple effect on your savings, retirement plans, and even your peace of mind. Today, I'm going to guide you through exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to prepare so you have the best chance of hearing yes. So, if you've ever felt like your hard work deserves better pay, stick with me until the end. By the time we're done, you'll know how to handle this conversation confidently and without fear. Ready? Let's get started. Why negotiating your salary is so important. Negotiating your salary is one of the most powerful moves you can make in your career, yet so many people avoid it out of fear, doubt, or simply because they don't know how to start. Let's break down exactly why it's so critical, not just for your bank account today, but for your entire financial future. First, your starting salary sets the baseline for almost everything else: future raises, bonuses, retirement contributions, and even how much you're valued when applying for your next job. Think of it as planting a tree. The stronger the roots, the bigger it grows over time. Consider this: if you negotiate even a small raise, say, $5,000 more per year, over the next 10 years, that adds up to $50,000 extra before you even factor in raises on top of that. And if you invest or save that money wisely, it can multiply dramatically thanks to compound interest. Another reason salary negotiation matters is fairness and self-worth. Companies generally won't offer you the maximum they can pay upfront. It's standard practice to start lower because they expect you to negotiate. So if you don't, you're literally leaving money on the table, money you've earned through your skills and effort. It's also about setting a precedent. When you show that you can advocate for yourself respectfully and back up your value with results, you build your reputation as a confident, proactive professional. This confidence carries over to future projects, promotions, and new opportunities. Also, don't forget, salary doesn't just affect you. It can impact your family's quality of life, your ability to handle emergencies, or even simple things like taking a vacation without financial stress. If you want to save for a house, start a business, or retire early, negotiating a fair salary is step one. Many people fear that asking for a raise will make them seem greedy or ungrateful. But here's the truth: good employers appreciate employees who know their worth and want to grow. It shows you're invested in your role and serious about delivering results. If a company punishes you for asking respectfully and reasonably, that might be a red flag about their culture. In short, negotiating isn't a selfish demand, it's a professional conversation about aligning your pay with the real value you bring to the company. When done right, everyone wins, you feel more motivated and appreciated, and the company keeps a loyal, driven employee. So, if you've ever felt guilty for wanting to earn more, remember, it's not about greed. It's about fairness, growth, and securing your future. And you deserve that. How to prepare before the conversation. Here's the key: 80% of a successful negotiation happens before you say a single word. Good preparation builds confidence, reduces fear, and strengthens your position. Let's break it down step by step. 1. Research the market. You can't ask for a raise if you don't know what people in similar roles are earning. Use sites like Glassdoor, LinkedIn Salary, or Indeed Salaries. You can also ask trusted colleagues or check industry reports. For example, if you work as a data analyst with 2 years of experience, find out what the average pay is for someone like you in your city. The same goes if you're a nurse, an electrician, a sales manager, or a receptionist. Every job has a market range. Aim for a number that's realistic yet competitive within that range. Basing it on solid data is way better than guessing. 2. Evaluate your performance and results. This is your main argument. Ask yourself, what concrete results can you show? Don't just say I work really hard. That won't cut it. You need clear, measurable examples. Did you reduce costs? Did you increase sales or customer satisfaction? Did you implement a process that saves time or resources? Did you train a team or take on responsibilities outside your original role? Examples: last quarter, I reorganized the inventory system, which cut losses by 15%. I handled 30% more customer requests each month while maintaining a 95% satisfaction score. Remember, numbers speak louder than opinions. 3. Anticipate objection. Put yourself in your manager's shoes. What might they say to avoid giving you a raise? The budget is tight. Your results aren't visible yet. Now's not a good time. Have calm, reasonable responses ready. For example, I understand the budget is limited. Could we plan for a phased increase, or look at other benefits like a performance bonus or extra vacation days? This shows flexibility and maturity. Pick the right time. Timing is critical. Asking for a raise during a company crisis or when your boss is swamped is a recipe for a quick no. When is the best time? Right after you complete a successful project. During your annual performance review. When the company is posting strong financial results. If possible, schedule the meeting in advance and be upfront about the topic. I'd like to schedule some time to talk about my professional development and contributions to the team. This avoids surprises and sets the right tone. Alright, once you're well prepared and have all your facts ready, it's time for the big moment, having that conversation calmly and effectively. How to structure the conversation. Now it's time for the face-to-face talk, or maybe a video call. Here's a simple structure you can adjust to your style and situation. Start with gratitude and a positive tone. Begin by thanking your manager for the opportunities you've had and showing that you're excited to keep contributing. For example, I really appreciate the opportunities I've had here, and I enjoy being part of this team. I'm motivated to continue making a strong impact. This sets a positive, professional tone. Present your case with facts. Don't ramble. Share your list of achievements clearly and briefly. For example, over the past year, I improved the customer support process, reducing wait times by 40% and boosting service ratings. I also took on onboarding new team members, which wasn't part of my original role. This shows concrete reasons for a raise. Make a clear, direct ask. Don't be vague. Be specific. Based on my results and market salary data, I'd like to discuss adjusting my salary to specific amount or range. Being the first to name a number works in your favor. It anchors the negotiation. Listen and handle their response calmly. Your manager might agree, ask for time to think, or say it's not possible right now. If they say no, don't treat it as the end. Say something like, I understand the current situation. What could I focus on in the coming months so we can revisit this conversation? This shows maturity and commitment to growing. Even if you prepare perfectly, some common mistakes can still ruin your chances. Let's go over what to avoid. Common mistakes to avoid. Now that you know why negotiating is so important, let's talk about what not to do. Even a strong case can fall apart if you make these common mistakes, so listen carefully and avoid them at all costs. 1. Going in unprepared. This is by far the biggest and most damaging mistake. Never walk into a negotiation thinking, I'll just wing it. You need solid numbers, what the market pays for your role, what you've achieved, and a clear idea of what you're asking for. If you don't have these facts, you risk sounding uncertain or unrealistic, and that can seriously hurt your credibility. Pro tip, write down your key points and practice out loud. The more comfortable you are, the more confident you'll sound. 2. Making it about your personal problems. This is a trap many people fall into without realizing it. You might feel tempted to say, I really need a raise because I have debts, bills, or family expenses. But here's the reality, your boss isn't paying for your personal life, they pay for the value you bring to the company. So instead, keep the focus 100% on your professional results, your skills, accomplishments, and how you help the business succeed. That's what makes your request legitimate and persuasive. 3. Using emotional ultimatums or threats. Some people, out of frustration, might say things like, if I don't get this raise, I'll have to quit, or I deserve this, or I'll go to your boss. This creates unnecessary conflict and can backfire badly. A negotiation should feel like a collaborative problem-solving conversation, not an argument or a power struggle. Stay calm, respectful, and open-minded. You want to build trust, not burn bridges. 4. Being too vague or apologetic. Another mistake is being unclear or apologetic about what you want. For example, saying, well, if it's not too much trouble, maybe could I get a small raise sometime? Makes you sound unsure. Be direct, clear, and professional. Based on my contributions and the current market, I'd like to discuss adjusting my salary to specific range. Being precise shows you're serious and prepared. 5. Having no backup plan. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, the company truly can't give you a raise right now. If you don't have a plan B, you might leave empty-handed. Always prepare alternatives you'd be happy with, such as a performance-based bonus, more vacation days, flexible work arrangements, support for training or certification that can boost your future value. Having options shows that you're flexible and solutions-oriented, traits any manager will appreciate. What to do after the conversation. Negotiating doesn't end the moment you leave the meeting or hang up the call. What you do next matters a lot. If they say yes, say thank you and get it in writing. Send a quick email. Thanks so much for considering my request. Just to confirm, we agreed to adjust my salary to X starting date. I really appreciate this opportunity. This avoids confusion later. If they say no, I appreciate your honesty. What specific goals should I meet so we can revisit this in the future? Then, hit those goals and follow up at the agreed time. Stay professional. Don't get discouraged. Ask for feedback. A no doesn't define your worth. Keep showing your value and staying positive. This attitude will help when new opportunities come up. Negotiating a salary raise is a bold and necessary step to take control of your career growth. Now you know how to build your case, pick the perfect time, and handle the conversation with confidence and respect. Remember, no one will protect your worth better than you will. With the right facts, a positive mindset, and a calm approach, you can get the recognition and pay you truly deserve. Have you ever had this conversation before? How did it go? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to read about it and help however I can. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss more tips on personal finance, career growth, and tools to level up your work life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Now go get that raise.